All right, audio check. All right, audio check. Audio check. All right, audio sounds pretty good. Welcome everybody to this episode of Game Pass Library. This is episode number 6. The game is Sable. I hope that if you're in the room, please do me a favor, jump into the chat and say hello. This live stream of Sable, again, I try to start off each one of these just to remind viewers if they're coming in on this one and this is the first one they've seen. I try to play the game for at least an hour, get familiar with its inputs, how the player interacts with the game, a base kind of understanding of what it is that I need to be doing, and then I jump in and stream for at least an hour. So I'm coming in this knowing a little bit. This isn't fresh, but I'm still learning and playing the game. I have completed the first initial portion of the game where I actually build this bike. I kind of have come to a point in Sable's life where she pushes out away from her village, her camp, and goes on what's called a gliding. So that's where I am right now, and I have kind of pushed forward past that. I kind of get a vibe. These are feelings that I'm getting from the game. I'm getting the vibe of like Eco, just sort of the style. Eco's an old kind of companion game, but again, the companion part's not there except for maybe the bike. I get a Horizon Zero Dawn vibe, and that just comes from sort of the natural with the fantastical. I get like a Zelda Wind Waker where your traversal to and from islands of interest, points of interest, with a big open area. There is the ocean, here is sort of the desert. I even sort of get an odd Death Stranding kind of isolation but connected, solitude as a choice, and definitely really cool music. So I think getting started, just sort of give it a summary. I'm on a gliding, so I'm out to find out who it is I want to become. And Sable's journey up to this point has just sort of been leaving what she's always known behind her, so that she can go out and do her own thing. So I know that here in the menu you can kind of see what specific quests we have. So you have inventory. I could probably change to a different outfit. I got these items once I left the camp, sort of as gifts, and specific items that I've collected, badges, machinist badges are sort of one of those things. I'd say it's, what would I call it for gameplay? There's gliding. So that's a repeating thing. I'm on a journey. I'm exploring. I'm collecting a lot of things, odds and ends, but I'm looking towards parts of the game that have me collect masks, and I guess I get to try out masks. Like I'll be a jack of all trades for a while, but there's a point where I'm going to have to choose what it is that I want to become, and that will be permanent. Now I don't know if it's going to be a choice or if it's predetermined. But it sounds like it's going to be a choice based off the first hour or so of playing and talking to characters. I'm sure I'm going to get other badges. Other bikes, other clothing. Some of the first things that I picked up during the introduction stages, the gliding stone. Again, all this kind of stuff you'll pick up. Quests that I've completed. Here's a quick look at them if you want to pause. You can look at those. I should speak to Utari. That's what my Utari, the machinist at Burnt Oak Station, and I should collect more masks as part of my gliding. We kind of talked about those two things. So out here, it is a fairly large space. Here, if we look here at the map, I started in here, and it was a fairly large kind of exploration beginning. But I've kind of moved out into this area. You see this is even a larger area. It's probably at least 5 times as large as this. And then I've just sort of got this Breath of the Wild kind of expansion to look forward to. We'll kind of see what's available there. It's got some, I guess I could say there's some Breath of the Wild, and I don't know why I would have to say that other than I think Breath of the Wild was one of the kind of first games, maybe outside Assassin's Creed, to where you could pretty much walk up to any surface and climb it. Now you've got your stamina thing there to where you're limited on how much you can climb. I'm sure that might be upgradable over time, but any surface you can climb. It's even got this sort of really cool, this is where I'm kind of talking about the fantastical with the natural. You got this natural landscape, you've got this fantastical hovering bike, you've even got this gliding orb that Sable uses to land gently. And she falls from any height. When she gets down to the ground, the orb will auto engage to save her from a flat death. So I kind of get that little bit of Zelda vibe to it, but just because it's a you know, an open world, shouldn't immediately lean towards Breath of the Wild. But let's see. So I've got this compass that I picked up, and I like the fact that this is a thing versus having to go into the map every time, get my bearings to know where I'm supposed to go. I can just quickly hit my compass and go in the direction of what my current objective is that I've chosen, or possibly multiple active quests. At the beginning of the game, I don't want to spoil too much, but like I said, I just built this bike. You kind of start out with a loner, and it's a clunker, and it sounds like it's been through a lot. And when you finally build this one, this is a brand new one that I just built. It's given a name, which I was kind of bummed about. You don't get to give this bike a name. I thought I was going to be able to give it one, but it was predetermined for me. It's a little wonky, kind of getting a feeling for a little too bouncy, but what do I know? Yeah, it kind of digs into the ground. That's kind of, I don't seem to have much control over that. Maybe I do, I'm just not learning to fly it yet. Alright, so this looks like Burnt Oak Station, maybe? No? Or looks like a bunch of blackness out there in the distance, but that could just be the shadows. If you ever have time, I would highly recommend going over to a YouTuber, because I kind of played this game based off of a YouTuber's suggestion. I'm trying to remember the YouTuber's name. Like, she does really good videos. And I first saw a video of hers when she did a Death Stranding kind of journey through the game versus a review, versus a good, bad, versus buy, don't buy, you know, kind of like standard reviews do. But more of a kind of a comfortable journey and a look through the game. I think it's like Thug Euro or Euro Thug 9000, or let me look this up. It's Euro Thug 4000, so that's EUROTHUG 4000. And her video on this game, like her other videos, kind of really gives you a look at some of the, I don't know, the finer details, the what you should kind of expect to experience out of the game versus what you get for your money. Some of the kind of things that, oh, like look at all these different vehicles. I wonder if I can build something like this. The colors are very vibrant. I do like the way that the game presents itself. It sort of has a cell shaded feel. The animation of Sable here, you kind of almost feels like it skips a frame or two, but that's purposeful. Does it look like it kind of just skips a frame, just like one single frame? It gives it a very unique kind of animation. Not sure what it is. It might just be me. Don't know what I would need that for. Is this Utari? I've never seen any of the characters' faces, but it does look like there could be a face under there. I don't think there's a photo mode. There could be, I'm not 100% sure. I'm playing a lot of Cyberpunk 2077. I'm curious if I'll ever see her face. I'm trying to see if I can get close to it. You're late. Late? For what? For our meeting one another. For our meeting one another. You ought to have come here sooner. I asked the machinists how they know me. I do not know you, not yet. Perplexed, I wait for them to explain themselves, but they seem to wait for the same. Briefly, I feel a hint of shame as I remember times I have been late among the Ibixi. Things I have slipped up in doing. But I dismiss my doubts as I recall that I have no idea who this strange machinist is. I ask them, my name is Utari. Of immediate relevance to you is that I am a friend of Sizzo. I ask then if Sizzo alerted them to my impending arrival. Perhaps she looks out for me and sets waypoints and oases along my gliding. A comforting thought. No. It was your hoverbike. I heard it for the first time months ago and felt the shape of its voice. Of her voice, sorry. I tell Utari that it was not Simone or Simoon. They heard. That's the name of my bike, is Simoon. They heard. For Sizzo and I only built her a few days hence. They waved their hands at me in a hurried dismissal. Did Sizzo teach you so little? The voices of our machines are eternal, more ancient even than their forms. I hear them, as I always have, and yours I thought would revisit me sooner, but here we are. Now let's speak of why you have come. Our needs converge atop the wind tower. Tell me more. Something has stopped the tower working. I was hours away from going to see it for myself, but you and Simon came after all. Go there, mend what is broken, or soothe what is hurt, and I will give you what you seek. I ask Utari if they know what I seek. I admit that I might not. A direction. I will be waiting for you. Travel swiftly and safely. Say goodbye to Utari. Alright, so new quest. A stubborn snag. Apparently something has stopped the turbine, so I should be able to fix the tower by removing it. I guess that all the way over there is the tower. The draw distance is pretty good. Let's see if I can talk to this person. Does not look like I can talk to everybody. Let's see if I can customize my bike and change its color. Alright, can I paint it? Under the hood. Customize your hover bike with a machinist. But I didn't do any customization. I was hoping that I could color it because I think I have in my inventory here like a colored vial of some kind. Yeah, this thing right here. Ibixi red dye, the dye bottle for the colors of the Ibixi red bike. Not quite sure why I can't do anything with that, but anyway. They're not sure how you got up here. But I do like these bikes here. Narrow stalk fig. Undoubtedly my favorite fruit, the first thing I would ask for when we passed traveling merchants with the Ibixi. So some of the things that I have collected here generally. Chum egg, a narrow stalk fig, a sunshine butterfly, and a Ibixi red dye. Not quite sure exactly what it is I'm going to use those things for. This looks like a cool, wonder if I can make that. Look how cool that looks. Nomadic merchant Booby, Bobby. Talk to 15 NPCs. Glider, welcome. Come, view my wares. I would like to trade with you. Tell me about this camp. Merchant's badges. Ooh, even merchant badges. Merchants aren't liable to just give out badges freely. Your best bet there is to head to Isria. There's a big market in town there, worth trying to Iria's attention if you want to get yourself some merchant badges. But be careful how you do it. Mind, she's not the friendliest customer. See you soon. Did that give me a quest? It did not. I'm gonna talk to him again. And I'm going to write down exactly where it is I need to go and who I need to talk to. Because I do try to keep a log of things that I need to be doing, especially when it doesn't automatically give me a quest. I'm sure I'll just naturally come across it, but I want to kind of keep a quick journal here. Isria for merchant badges. So I have machinist badges, I have merchant badges, and I want to talk to Iria's attention. Talk to Iria. All right. Thank you. All right, see you soon, Merchant Bob. Thanks, Merchant Bob. Very kind of you. Some nice get up. You look like a Power Ranger or a samurai. Now we're going to float down here. So I can fall down. Well, I didn't fall far enough, but if I fall far enough and it's height that would probably otherwise kill me, that's where the orb comes. Now I should be able to call my bike. Not sure where it would come from. Oh, is it not going to come to me? Oh, is it not going to move? Oh, I thought the bike would come all the way to me. That's a shame. Oh, there you are. You couldn't find me before? Alright, so it looks like I'm going to be going to that location right there. Now, if you see these balloons floating in the air... Alright, I did hear a chime of some kind over here. See if there's something over here I need to collect. maybe not. Alright, so these balloons will give me maps to other parts of, kind of fill in the map. Let me see if I can get up there and get it. I feel like the bubble is kind of like the glider in Zelda. And I imagine if it was just a glider, people would compare it too much to Zelda. And I mean Breath of the Wild, obviously, not just any Zelda game. But I am glad that the bubble does not consume my energy. I can float in the bubble indefinitely. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna make that climb. Ooh, gonna be close. Whew, that was close. Probably gonna cost me something. I greet the cartographer shyly, a little cowed by how alone we are up here and how intimate that sometimes feels, despite it being so much about let me read that again. Despite it being so much of my gliding. She responds with what sounds like a warm smile. Hello there, glider. Thanks for taking the time to climb all the way up here. Surveying gets a little lonely sometimes, you know. I tell her I do, given how lonely I can get on the sand sometimes. I hope Simoon doesn't hear. So then, what is it you need? I want your map. And I do have enough. Or a cartographer's badge. So they're both 50, so I'll buy that one, and I'll buy that. Thank you very much. Alright, so now this area should be filled out. Wow, yeah. Man, that is... Burnt Oak Station. Photographer's Balloon. This is the location I need to go to right here. See, again, this is where I started. Very, very, very large. And it looks as if, since I filled this in, the dark black line that was here is now gone. That's interesting. Alright, let's see if I can show you me falling to... Alright, so I'll jump right here. Now watch, the bubble will just take over. So again, it doesn't... That's not me pressing any button, that's just an auto takeover. Is there going to be resources over here? It does not do a very good job of finding me. Unless I have to wait. Come on, buddy, where are you? Does it take time for the bike to get to know me? I'm not sure. So there was this really cool scene where I built the bike and I went into a workshop. I picked up the pieces, I physically moved them over to sort of where I was going to construct them, and this sort of animation put the bike pieces together. And I wonder if that's going to happen for every bike, or that was a one-off experience. Oh wow, it took you a long time to get over here. What is wrong with you? Are you okay? Now I know I'm supposed to have a relationship. This bike does have a mind of its own, or a character, and I'm sure the character is what you make of it. But I'm surprised it doesn't come to me right away. Maybe it's just learning. But I'm wondering whether or not the construction of bikes, that animation that I got of it putting the bike pieces together, was a one-time only thing. Sort of like if anybody's played Cyberpunk 2077 and you sit down in, you want to upgrade or modify V's cyberware, and you sit down in Victor's chair for the first time, and it shows sort of the chair come to life and then upgrade your cyberware, but you only get to see that once. And then from that point on, you just open up a menu and it puts the pieces on automatically. You never get to sit down in the chair and kind of experience what it's like to change your normal arms into mantis blades and just kind of see that play out. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that that kind of stuff isn't in there. Kind of makes the acquiring of things less unique and more just collecting versus an experience of owning them and having them be a part of your character. So I'm wondering whether or not we're only gonna see that once. All right, so I'm not gonna get up over this. Let me see here. Oh, I just gotta go around. Okay, just go around. Now, I don't know whether or not there's gonna be fast travel in this game, but I think, you know, I wish there were some other things to. I don't like the way this thing lands. Maybe it's something that I can get that stabilized. Okay, so I'm not touching anything, and then it just kind of wobbles when it lands. Now I'm going to try to do another one of those jumps and then try to level it out, but it doesn't feel like I can do anything with the nose of the bike. And watch, I'm not going to get another jump to try that out. All right, this should be a jump right here. All right, so I take, nope. It's got to be one right here. All right, so jump, yes, no, but a jump here. All right, jump, land, it gets really squirrely, and I'm trying to control it, but maybe that's something that comes with a better bike, or an upgrade to the existing soul of the bike. And now this is what I kind of mean by the Wind Waker feel. I just kind of traversed through a pretty much empty void to come to this point where I'm going to have a little bit more platforming, a little more gameplay. Again, I haven't experienced everything. Again, I'm not trying to say that that doesn't exist in the game. It just lends itself to the feeling of, oh, I just impaled myself. Watch this. Wow, that's got to be painful. Apparently something has stopped the turbine. That smoke is going through the face of that mountain. All right, let's go up. All right, so this is one of the choom eggs. So if I come up to this little guy, he'll just continue to sit there and flutter. But if I come up to him and interact with him, he'll kind of plant himself in the ground and then yield an egg. And every time it seems to tell me what the choom egg is. This happens every time. I don't know why. I don't need it. It tells me the exact same thing every single time. I don't need it to do that. It doesn't seem to do that for anything else in the game except for this. Maybe when I figure out where I can deliver them, that will stop. every time. It's like, hey, just to let you know, these chum eggs come from when a chum plants itself in the ground. But again, I have no idea what I'm using the chum eggs for yet. Alright, can I make that jump? Yes. This is a very subtle thing that I wish a lot of games would do, especially when you've created such a magnificent world. If you give the player the ability to sit down, it lets them kind of chill. Some of them, sometimes it's an effect, like say Death Stranding, you sit down, you can actually recover some of your stamina, so it's actually a function, but it's giving the player the ability to interact with the world. Now let's say that I wanted to come over here to this wall, and instead of climbing it, I just want to kind of lean up against it and contemplate. I don't know. It's sort of the subtle things that you give to a player that makes their character that they've spent so much time with more grounded in the space that they've been playing in. I wish a lot more games would do that. Like Cyberpunk 2077, you can't sit down anywhere. Unless you go into photo mode and put V into a sitting pose. It'd be nice to just go up to a chair, sit down, and chill, you know? You can't go to V's apartment and there's like one spot in the entire apartment that you can sit down, and you can only sit down in that spot. And there's a bunch of other chairs within V's apartment, but you can't sit down in those. One thing I will kind of address here is there's sort of a weird camera thing going. Sometimes the camera will get pushed into an area. Again, I have full control of the camera, and the camera does not auto center. Like, it doesn't take over and say, hey, I know better. So it's not a big issue, it's just sort of a thing. And sometimes even when your character climbs up onto things, they have to sort of double climb because the game hasn't quite engaged the edge right. I think it's the only two things that I find with this game that aren't entirely polished. But again, that's a feeling. That's not a detriment to gameplay. The wind tower. Got some cuts. Now the cuts are the currency of the game. Collect them to buy stuff. I guess they're sort of like yen in Japan. They even have a hole through the center of them. Thematically, they have a hole through the center of them. Doesn't really have an impact on gameplay or the way the character carries them. But if they were to make an art book of Sable, and they had something on the coins, they would have a hole through the center of them. And they do have holes, even in Japan, they have holes through some of their coins. I think it's 50 cent or 50 yen pieces, 5 yen pieces. I could be wrong on the denomination, but and they actually did that at the creation of Japanese currency, so that like samurai or Japanese citizens could link them all together with like a string or a rope for ease of carrying. I don't know if where I'm going is the right direction. I'm just trying to ascend. Seeing if I find any chests. Alright, so it definitely is snagged. Don't know what's causing the snag. There's currently no combat in the game, so I have not had to fight any enemies. The only thing there have been are puzzles. I just love the coloring of everything. Now, whenever the sun comes up, a lot of this color will come back. It is a beautiful vista. Oh. The door has been powered. Let's throw the rock. Well, that wasn't much of a throw. I'm pretty sure that this glide bubble is infinite. Plus, I'm trying to see if there's any collectibles around here. Does not look like it. There's a chest in there. Do I have to fall down in that space, or let's go through here? Yeah. Nice. Though they won't help me climb further, the hand wraps and lightweight fit of this gear are great for making scaling mountainous heights more comfortable. Well, what's the purpose? So it's mostly cosmetic versus functional. Trying to think of where I saw that door. Sorry, I don't think I mentioned the developer of this game. The developer is Raw Fury, and this game was released last month, like late in September. Machinist top, a standard uniform worn by machinists in midden. Machinists will always make sure each set has its own unique modifications for their own particular needs. Shall we change? Doesn't look like I can change right away. Interesting. Okay. I can't change right now. Alright, so I should head back to Atari. Alright. I'm going to hydrate real quick. Always make sure you maintain hydration. I hear a bell chime, but I'm not quite sure where it's coming from. I don't know if that's beckoning me somewhere, or I can just about see Sable's face. I feel like it's going to be one of those moments in the game that they reveal her face. You guys think I can climb that? Let's see. I think I can. Yes, yes, I can climb it. Not sure about this one though. We'll definitely give it a try. I don't think I'm gonna have enough. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, so close. So close. Is there a lower spot? Let's try this spot. Nope, nope, don't start yet. All right, jump, go. I think I could have jumped higher, but I do think this spot is somewhat lower. Yes. All right, nice. So it was worth my time. I don't know what the chum eggs are for. What are the chum eggs for? One of these days. All right, let's... Oh, there's another one right there. A perfect vantage point for collection. You can kind of see how the world's color starts to come back. Like in the distance, it's still sort of that purple hue, but it's kind of cool to see the color start to saturate the vista. Now watch, it's going to tell me that the chum eggs are provided by a planted chum. I know all that already. Why do you keep telling me that? Anything special over here? Like, that's very impressive to be able to climb a surface like that. Floating rocks, what does it mean? Is it magical? All right, let's get down to our bike. What's up, Simon? Let's go. All right, going back over to Utari. All right, again, if you're in the room and you're watching, welcome. We are playing Sable. If you would do me a quick favor, just jump down in the chat section, say hello, tell me a game that you'd like to have streamed from the Game Pass library, and I will add it to my queue of games to be streamed next. I appreciate any interaction you can provide. Maybe tell me how the audio is. Any questions you have on the game, I'll try to answer as best I can. I'm very early in the game. As I play for roughly 1 hour for each game that I stream. I do return to the games, but I don't have them as part of the series. But if you want to request more gameplay of any game you've seen me play from either YouTube or here on Twitch, let me know and I'll add it to the stream queue. Let's see who's up here. I do feel like I'm constantly nursing, or not nursing, but oh, I've also found this. So there's a lot of these reused towers. They've used these towers a couple of times. And there's this one spot in the tower that Sable gets stuck on if you hug the I mean, she doesn't get stuck from getting out. She just can't walk forward from it. So you just kind of move out and you can get cleared from it. But it seems like an odd like development oversight, because these things are used pretty regularly through the game. These little towers. Yes, I know what the Chumeg is. Thank you for reminding me. Over and over and over again. All right, it's a little bit beyond the balloon that you see there. There looks like a house or a building of some kind over here. So let's divert a little and see if we can discover something off the beaten path. And I'm not a big fan of the wobbly nature of the bike. Ooh, I'm not going to make this climb. All right, is there somewhere else that's a little lower? Yeah, over here. This should be easier. Should be able to make this climb. Nope. Maybe over this way. Let's see here. Maybe need to find a low spot. I'm sure there's going to be at some point where I get the ability to, oh, right here, okay. I get the ability to climb for a longer period of time, to climb further. Oh, this is interesting. Sort of an open area. Can I make it in there? They're chum egg, so I know what they're for. They're hard as a rock. They're light as, yeah. I know. I already know. I already know. Let's see if I climb this and then jump back. Will she climb up this? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to scale this. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a good try though. Okay, so that gives me a rest. Nope, let's go back down. Let's not fall. Okay, let's get rested. Should be able to climb up there. Climb over this way. Okay, let's climb back down. Let's rest right here. No, 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 no. No. All right, let's try again. We can do this. We can do this. Jump. Climb. Climb up here. Rest. Should be able to climb over there. Jump. Come on, get up there, get up there, get up there, get up there. Ah! No, come on, climb on. Grab onto something. Grab onto something. No. Can I make it up there? There you go. Nope. Nope. Come back. Climb back down. Nope. I don't want to climb. I do not want to climb. Get back down. Get back down. There you go. All right. Rest. Jump. Nope. 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 I'm on. You can do it, Sable. You can do it. All right. Jump. Climb. All right. Let's go, 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 go. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Go, 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 go. Yes. All right. Cool. All right. Let's hopefully not mess this up because I don't think I can land back on this. Ready, go. No, Sable, no! You ruined it, girl. Come on, you can do it. Jump. No, climb. Yes, yes. Sandy dye, the dye bottle for the colors of the Sandy bike. Okay. Alright, what is over here? Anything? So it was a color for a bike. Alright, so I was over there. I want to go... That's where I'm actually going. My bike is over that way. Can you call your bike up here? Does it spawn the bike and then the bike just sort of makes its way over to you? Or does it actually try to get back to you? I know the bike was down there. Is it still down there? Oh yeah, it's trying. Okay. Hey, I bet you this is a chum egg. Offered up by chums when planting themselves into the ground, perfectly smooth and hard as a rock. These eggs seem to float with how light they are. There must be a good place to deliver these. I think my next quest, I'm going to go over to town and see if I can trade these eggs in so that it doesn't tell me that I need to find a place to go trade them. See my shadow? Let's see if I call, can I call my, from the air? No. I was gonna see if I could call my bike from the air. Come on, bike. I'm over here. Come find me, bike. There it is, yay, come get me. Come on. Come on, good girl, good girl. Wish I could pet the bike. You know, put my hand on the bike, say thank you for your efforts. You're a little squirrely, but I'm not too worried. You and I will get along, become close friends, until I replace you with something better. Of course, I don't know if there's going to be a replacement. It'd be cool if I had the option. I mean, I'm sure the soul of the bike is still Simon, but come on, keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Yeah, see, no matter how much I try, see, it's nice and stable in the air. Well, now it's not. Seems kind of weird that it gets squirrely when it lands, no matter what input I give it. Or maybe it's trying to simulate that my wings are dragging into the sand so it gets squirrely. Yeah, we'll call it that. That's what we'll call it. I thought this tree was smoke. Alright, can I park my bike in this little station right here? And it like center itself up? Now I can't back up. Strangely enough, I cannot back up. I was curious if these bikes were going to be like randomly generated. I guess that's not a thing. All right, hydration. Must hydrate or die. I think after this stream, I'm going to go stream an hour worth of River City Girls. It's a continuation of I think it's like a 1986 Nintendo Entertainment like beat 'em up. And it's made by the same developer. Or the name of the developer has been retained and maybe the team has changed. Like some beds. Some glass like hookahs. Are you a salesman? What you got? I met Aoife, the innkeeper of the camp. What can I do for you? Do you have any tasks that need doing? Yeah, give me a task. Before I can even finish the question, Aoife shouts, larval husks? I repeat the words back to her as a clarification. She nods. I need some larval husks. How much do you know about beetles? A little bit. Well, not sure if this is part of that little bit, but larval husks are what gets left behind when the beetle larvae grow. Beautiful, really tough casings. If you don't mind, I'd be grateful if you could collect some for me. The type I'm looking for are Hercules beetles. You won't need to go far, but the nest is guarded by the mother beetle. They're going to have to find a way to get past her. I'm going to have to find a way. So I don't have a lot of combat, or any combat, and I haven't seen any combat happen. So maybe that'll be something that happens with these beetles. Anything else I can help with? Say goodbye. Remnants of the change. So this, like, look at this, just like people with no faces. A faceless community. All right, so this thing right here is sort of the family that I left behind. My past, the people that I knew, are still in the world, and they'll return to the camp that I left. They just sort of all left to let me go out on my own so that I wasn't trying to stay attached to my past. But they're all sort of still staying connected with me through these little post boxes right here. So I log in, see if I have any messages from my family. Hello, Sable. All right, so no messages. Come back whenever they are. All right, so let's go back to my bike and we'll go gather some larva husks. And then I think we'll call that a good stream. Again, very kind of Zen style of game. There's a story. I'm gonna eventually get some masks. Again, I haven't found any yet, but I'll get some masks. I'll find out which mask I like. Maybe I'll start to get some abilities. And then at some point I'm going to choose which mask I want to permanently remain as. Again, I've only explored, pretty much explored this area, but and then a fraction of this. Well, maybe almost completely explored this area. But I'm sure there's some stuff out here to discover that I haven't quite found yet, but we're going all the way out here. Oh, I wanted to show another style of marker. So you can, say you see something in the distance, like, see that? I think I've already been to that over there. My bike wasn't so wonky. Wow, look at the speed of that moon. Watch a moonrise. Watch the colors change. Very relaxing, I think. Nice cloud system too. They're not static, they actually have some fluidity to them. They change shape, as clouds should. Ooh, what is that over there? So again, sorry, an example of sort of a marker system. So this is a navigator. I think this will go as far as I want it to, like as far as my eye can see, possibly. I don't know. But you can see the white line that shows you where I can place a marker. Let's say I want to go over and explore that. You can see the blue marker right there. It's kind of going through the center of it, but you can place that marker there, and now there's a marker inside your compass here. See that little diamond right there? But it's also placed here on the map. So that which I saw is this right here. And you can actually just remove the marker or even just place the marker from the map. You can do it either way. But again, what you see, like what I see here, obviously has the lights and I can visually mark it. It doesn't quite look the same when you look at it this way on the map, so just depends on how you prefer to mark. But it's a good way, it's the only way you can remove a marker too, is going through the map. Alright, so we are going to larva husks. I love how the compass keeps you in the game. It's sort of like asking the winds to guide you in Ghost of Tsushima. I guess the Ghost of Tsushima, that method is a little more subtle and natural, but at least both games don't take you out of the game in order to help you navigate and find your bearings. Appreciate when a game can do that. And generally I'll try to, in games, remove a lot of the map HUDs so I get more familiar with the lay of the land and not constantly need to go into a pause menu to look at the map, to put a marker or a waypoint on, to just constantly glance at a mini map and follow breadcrumbs, and you sort of miss the atmosphere that's been built by the developers. Let's get a quick bearing shot. Wow, jeez. All right, so they're probably going to be around here somewhere. I wonder if these beetles will be throughout the world or they're only in one place. Kind of squirrely, look at that. I don't know if the game is trying to level it based on the current terrain that's directly beneath. They're probably going to be in this building there. Alright, so I have not been taught any type of combat skills, so I'm not sure whether or not combat is going to be a thing here. Actually kind of interesting that I can bring the bike up here. That must be the beetle. Hello, beetle mother. Do I push you out of here, or? Alright, this must be some type of puzzle. Let's climb up here. Alright, we're a little over an hour for the stream. And again, if you're still in the stream, thank you very much for sticking it out. Please jump into the chat section, say hello. Give me a suggestion of a game you'd like to see streamed, and I'll stream it. What is this? Pile of what? Is it a pile of dung? What is this? There is a mosquito in my room. I almost got him, but he flew away. Give me 1 second. Don't want this mosquito, like, getting away from me. Stand by. I almost had him. Alright, I'm not 100% sure what I should be doing here. I need to keep climbing up. I have no idea. We'll see. I don't think climbing is what I'm supposed to be doing. But I don't care. I'm just gonna climb. Feels like the natural thing to do here. What happened to it? Is it just dropped or did it go back to where it started? Oh no, where'd it go? I'm so confused about what's happening right now. Did I lose it forever? Is it gonna respawn? What do I do with these? Do I take it out to the mother beetle? What the heck is this thing? Maybe the beetle will come out, eat it, and explode. And then I'll get its shell. Or do I... What are you? Should I be placing these somewhere? Gather larva husks. Isn't that what a larva husk is? What are these things? It does attract you. Oh! Come on. Oh, she likes the smell. So it's not a battle in any way. I want to bring one with me just in case. See, it's not... I like that there's no combat because I've been playing a lot of games recently that just have nothing but combat in them. And this is combat free. Just one? Interesting. Why is it only one? Oh, maybe there's another one over here. What? this entire little cave here, there's one larva husk. There's a larva husk right there. What do I need to do with these? Do they pop out whenever I have this thing? Bring this thing with me. Yeah, that thing kind of fluctuated there. So I need 3. I only got 1. Where are the other 2? Can we go through here? Yay! Alright, keep exploring. I'll find you. You're probably up there. Oh wow. Oh wow. I wonder if I can collect more than just 3 and sell them off. Alright, but I want more. I want more so I can sell them. If there's something I can sell. If they're not... Oh, look, he's got his own little tent and he's chilling with the person that he killed. Or consumed. That'd be good. So I can collect more than I need. Hopefully they sell for a pretty bit of cut. I have no idea what the prompt is for. Want that. Orange winged beetle. Rare achievement. Collect an orange ringed beetle. Achievement unlocked. Yeah, it's the funny thing with these ladders is I can climb up them. There's sort of an indication here to push a button. But I can't climb down them as naturally as I do climb up them. I don't know if that's a bug, maybe they're going to fix that, but you'd think that the prompt would be, I'm pressing the X button right now on the Xbox controller, and there's nothing happening. Like, in order to climb down, I have to, like, do that. I have to fall and then catch it. But I know I don't necessarily need to, because I can just do this. I can just float down to the bottom where I need safely. It just seems like an awkward kind of setup or misstep on the part of the developers that for some reason going down ladders is not working the way that I think it should work. Hopefully I can climb up all the way to the top here and just glide out. I wonder if I'll be able to fly. Or if it'll always be gliding on a bike or gliding. Alright, so we are at the tippy top here. Wow, look at this structure. The beetle make this structure? Oh, look at that over there. All right, I think I will call that a good stream. As you can see, a very thematic, like it's just dripping with theme. I love the colors, the saturations. I love the gameplay. I'm not a big fan of ladders, but that's a very small portion of the game, right? It's nothing that I think really anybody needs to be concerned about for like the longevity of the game or the entertainment that you can get from the game. I wish I would have been able to pick the name for the bike. It was just sort of a forced. It was already predetermined for me, so kind of a sad face. Maybe a selection of like 3 names would have been nice. Or I'm not 100% sure whether or not, maybe it's just randomized for my play. Does anybody else have a different name for their bike? Let me know in the comment section. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for sticking out and hanging out through the entirety of the video. If you're still here in the Twitch stream, please drop a chat, say hi, tell me what you thought, tell me a game in the Game Pass library you'd like me to stream next, and I will stream it immediately after a game that I'm currently streaming or getting ready to stream. I'm going to stream probably an hour worth of River City Girls, the beat 'em up kind of successor to River City. What was it called? River City Ransom, I think, was the other name of the game. Yeah, so I enjoy this style of game. I have played quite a few open world games, and I kind of mentioned some of those at the very beginning, and those kind of lend a little bit of connection to sort of how this game got where it is. Definitely its own kind of a design, but I get a Eco, Horizon Zero Dawn, Wind Waker, and Death Stranding kind of vibe from this. And again, they're all games I've played. Not necessarily saying this one takes any specific elements from those other games, but yeah, highly recommend watching YouTuber Eurothug4000 and kind of watching her video to give yourself a primer. I really like the glide bubble. I really like calling your bike. It's almost like as if it's trying to learn to find you and get used to you. I would just say for gameplay, it's just glide. Just glide, gamers. That's what this game is all about. Exploration and collection of items. It's a little bit of fetch quest style, but again, I'm very early in the game, so maybe as I get more masks, that's something I have to look forward to. I love the draw distance. I am playing on an Xbox Series X, so I'm not sure if it's a little bit different on Xbox One. I do believe this game is an Xbox or Microsoft game exclusive. But I think I might be wrong. It might be on the PlayStation 4 and kind of backwards compatible with PlayStation 5, so I don't think it's an exclusive game. Publisher is Raw Fury, so shout out to Raw Fury. Well done, guys. I'm looking forward to playing more of this game. Yeah, again, I'm going to repeat some stuff here, but there's some very calming music and art style that I really love about the game. The colors, like the way that they shift from this vibrant shade of daylight to like the hues of the night air, it's a very smooth transition, so I love that. I like that you can see out in the distance and go explore based on what you see. I think the user interface is good. There are some choices, like some specific choices in the game. Early on, I don't want to spoil too much, but there was a question at the very beginning of the game where there was an NPC that demanded, it's kind of a playful quid pro quo. Go get this for me and I'll give you this. And you could actually just sidestep getting what they requested and then just going to find what you were looking for on your own. And then when you go back to them, they're like, "Aw." So that was kind of a cool thing. Another small thing I like, and it's just kind of me, is the sound of a newly built bike. I don't know how many bikes I'm going to be able to build, but you had a clunker in the beginning and it just sounded horrible. I mean, it's an old used bike, so it hadn't been given much love by its previous owner, but you kind of learn off of it. And I really like that kind of game style. And I think all games should do this, especially for RPGs. You can make a good game if you allow the player to become intimately familiar with the basics of the gameplay, and you kind of let them progress through learning what they need to do to kind of survive or interact with the game. And then once they get comfortable with that, then you give them a challenge that makes them respect what they've learned, but then be ready to progress. This game does that at the very beginning, so it's definitely something that I tip my hat to the developers over at Raw Fury. So well done there. I kind of hope that I would just say that I hope that if you get into this game, you kind of enjoy the. I don't know. I hope you hold on to the joy of it. And I kind of latched onto that because I believe it's something that the game actually said. Like, hold on to your joy first. Like, make that your priority, and you'll really have a good time with this game. And like, the joy of it is just sort of the simplistic things. And it grows. More stuff becomes available, and I have a lot to look forward to. And I hope you will too. So please, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Please go over to Twitch and follow me there when I do go live with these Game Pass library game series. I'll be streaming frequently, hopefully a couple times per week, maybe a couple streams per day. I'm going to follow up with this stream right after this and play some more of a game that I also learned today, which is River City Girls. So I hope you'll join me there. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys later, hopefully on the next stream, and hopefully in the future with a game that you've suggested during the live stream. All right, bye.